morning. This morning I want to add just a little to the framework that we created. Remember, our Lenten series is called Giving Up, Giving Up. Yesterday I asked you to take a piece of paper and draw two lines at 90-degree angles, making a cross. The top should read, thank. One side reads, offer. The other side reads, host. And the bottom reads, bow. After you read the morning psalm each day, write a word on the paper that is something or someone you want to thank God for. After you read the Beatitude each evening, write a word on the paper that meditating on the Beatitude brings to mind. Simple, eh? Now I want to introduce you to something that I'd like you to do once a week throughout Lent. The practice we're looking to develop is hospitality. Now, we've had to give up during COVID many of the ways that we knew to practice hospitality at home or at church or in the workplace. But our series is about giving up, giving up. So, we're going to have to think creatively. I'm going to give you a few ideas that I've come up with. I'm sure you'll come up with many, many more yourselves. But here's some ways in which you could practice hospitality even during COVID. On a warm day, you could invite a friend or friends to sit out in the yard or in a park somewhere, distanced of course. You could also invite someone to lunch. All you have to do is order takeout and find a place large enough where it will be safe to meet. I've even had lunch with a friend across the top of my car. This will get easier, of course, as we all get vaccinated and the weather gets a bit better. You can also use something like Zoom and literally host a gathering there. You can host a virtual book club. Mail a friend a copy of a book that you'll read together and then call them up once you've both finished reading the book. Do you have a talent or skill that you'd like to share with the church? Here's something we've never tried before. You could use our technology. We'd video you doing or teaching what you know, and I'd be glad to have the church Facebook page host a premiere of it. Song, dance, art, creative things like knitting, all of these can be done on Zoom or on Facebook. All of them can be ways to offer hospitality. Remember, we're talking about habits church people do when we're together. Each of those things are things we've done. We just need to find a new way to do them for the moment while we're separated. Many of these things aren't specifically Christian. Let's learn to share while we're separated, and maybe we'll continue to share them when we're together. During COVID, some people will be comfortable receiving food you cook and bring to them. Others may not. Check before you create. Check before you bring. Ordinarily, we'd have people over to have a meal with us. So I've let this one be something that we consider as a host item, not an offer item. The objective is to host one or more people in some meaningful way once a week for 4 weeks. Each time you host, write what you did on your refrigerator paper along with the thanks and your insights from reading the Beatitudes. Finally, offer. 2020 was a terrible year for a lot of people. Our final discipline is going to require you putting in a good deal of thought. As you live through Lent 2021, consider something that will be your offering for Lent. What you offer may be something you need to let go of, along the lines of the more traditional Lenten practice, or it might be something that you want to make an offering of, either of money or labor, or the giving of an item to somebody who needs it. This offering is something that you're only going to do once during the 40 days, so think carefully what it might be. Finally, you may have noticed that the habits we've talked about in this series aren't strictly communal practices. That's true. Some involve people, others just involve you and God. But thankful and humble people build strong communities and strong churches. Thank. Bow. Hospitality and mercy aren't things that most of us typically do at church. But people who host and people who give build strong church families and strong communities. I hope this series will bless you and help you to be a blessing. And now let's turn to our morning psalm, Psalm 28, verses 6 through 9. Blessed be the Lord, for he has heard the voice of my pleas for mercy. The Lord is my strength and my shield. In him my heart trusts, and I am helped. My heart exalts, and with my song I give thanks to him. The Lord is the strength of his people. He is the saving refuge of his anointed. Oh, save your people and bless your heritage. Be their shepherd and carry them forever. And your Beatitudes for tonight? Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Have a great day.